Coming up, an easily recognisable daytime soap star.
To Australian audiences, he's probably the best-known face from Days of Our Lives, but Stephen Nichols, who plays Patch Johnson, has now left the series in the United States and is looking for new roles. The good news is that he'll still appear on our screens for some time, and Stephen joins us now. Stephen, thank you very much for joining us this morning. I have to check one thing right from the start. You do have 20/20 vision, don't you?
Yes, I do, Elizabeth. I have my eyes checked every 6 months, and they're fine.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, for people in Australia, Patch, of course, still has a long way to go on the screen. In fact, another 2 years or so. Do you find it extraordinary that you left last year and yet you're still going to be featured in a country so many years later?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's like going back in time in a way. People react to me the same way here, I guess. More people know who I am, you know. Back in the States, people are looking at me and saying, I know you from somewhere, but I'm not sure from where, because they haven't seen me on TV for so long.
Yeah. Now, are there any hints as to how you depart?
Should I give you hints?
Yeah.
You want hints?
Yeah, I would like some hints, yes.
You know, what's 3 years down the line, isn't it?
Yeah, that's okay.
I don't think I want to spoil it for you.
Is it a good departure or is it a bad one?
Well, somewhere in between.
Oh, did you want to go?
Oh, yes, I did. I chose to leave the show.
Yeah, the departure on screen, though, is that one that you wanted?
I didn't, yeah, I think it was, because I really didn't care one way or the other how they did it. I didn't want the character to live on. Yeah. I felt that it was really over.
Now talking of a soap, I mean, it's the most extraordinary thing that this one in particular, Days of Our Lives, has been seen in Australia now for something like 25 years. Can you explain this extraordinary pull that it has with the audience?
Well, the daytime people seem to have a formula for sucking an audience in. And the fact is, it's on 5 days a week. It's not 1 day a week like some shows, like a primetime show, for example. Yeah. But they have some formula that they use to get people interested in the characters, and because you're on 5 days a week, the audience gets to know you. They feel like they're your best friend, and they want to watch you every day. They want to see what you're up to. Yeah.
Do you mind that so much of you is taken away from you almost when you join a soap like that?
Well, it's a choice that you make. I mean, consciously, you know that when you join a soap contract, you're giving up freedom to do anything else for a time, but it's also a nice, secure living for the family, yeah, which is why I did it.
Now, was it tough to make the decision to leave? Because I imagine after so many years, you become entrenched, you become family.
Family on the show, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, it is tough. In fact, I didn't know how hard it would be when I actually did leave until the day I was leaving, and they handed me a little script binder with a patch on it, and it said, "From all your patchless friends at Days," and everybody was out there on stage. There was a cake with my face on it, and I was quite moved, and I realized at that moment that I would miss a lot of people there.
Yeah. At one stage, you were going to be a monk.
That's true.
I mean, that's a pretty amazing switch from that path to the one that you're on now.
Well, it looks like that on the outside, but really underneath, it's not too far. They're both disciplines, you know, acting and a spiritual path. They both required some discipline.
Are you looking to a career in singing?
Singing, yeah, I am. I've been looking to that for quite some time, but I haven't found the time yet to do anything about it. I've done a couple of gigs with my brother, who's a blues guitarist, and we did the Pat Sajak show back in the States a couple of years ago before the Housing Now March on Washington for the homeless, and I performed a song that I wrote for the homeless. But other than that, I haven't had the time, but I want to get into the studio and start doing some work.
Well, I'll let you go this morning, but I do thank you very much for taking the time out to chat with us, and we hope you do enjoy your time here in Australia.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Stephen.
Stephen Nichols, also known as Patch from Days of Our Lives. And coming up, why Consumer Group